Hi, I'm Claudia St. I'm the president of Affinity HR Group. We are your HR partner and resource. We've been working with a lot of clients as a result of the increasing legalization of marijuana across the United States. Of course, marijuana is still a federal Class 1 prohibited drug, and so therefore it is not legal on the federal level. However, approximately 35 states and Washington, D.C. have legalized some form of marijuana use. 18% have made it legal for medical marijuana use, and another 17 states and Washington, D.C. have legalized all forms of marijuana use, including recreational use. What I can say is that all of these states, because it's on a state-by-state basis, they all differ in terms of their protections and restrictions and what's allowed and what's not allowed for an employer to do in order to maintain a drug-free workplace. That said, all of the laws as they stand right now prohibit or do not allow an employee to be under the influence of marijuana while at work. So there is no law out there that currently requires an employer to tolerate an employee who is under the influence. That said, many laws have many protections for employees, particularly those who are using it for medical marijuana purposes. So it's very important for you to understand your particular state laws or the states in which your employees are living and working, and how to comply with them. There are a couple of areas that you should be looking at right away. First, research the state that you work in and where your employees live to find out what the laws are. You may need to evaluate your pre-screening, pre-hire screening process, including whether or not you will have an adverse employment action against somebody who has some past criminal history with the use of marijuana, and whether or not you have marijuana on your drug panel if you have pre-employment drug testing. If you are in a state where there is medical marijuana, you need to be very careful if you hit a positive marijuana result on a pre-hire test that you are not inquiring and therefore violating an employee's HIPAA or ADA protections. So there's a lot to worry about when asking questions within the workplace on a pre-hire basis. If it's post-hire, you should be training your employees and your managers on what your policy is so that they know what the expectations are. Your managers should know what the policy is, what the procedures are if there is a suspected case of an individual under the influence of marijuana. You also want to make sure they know what those symptoms are, how to identify it, how to investigate it, and whether or not you have a location where you can have an employee tested for marijuana use. And of course, testing remains a tricky issue as well. So you want to understand what's allowable, what's available, and how you can enforce it. Again, it's very hard because it's a state-by-state basis, but you want to start with your pre-hire, pre-testing, and you want to make sure that you have all of your employees and your managers up to date on what's expected, what's allowed, and what to do in case they find that somebody is under the influence or suspect that somebody is under the influence. Because it's a state-by-state basis, it's very limited in our ability to give you any blanket statement on what you can do, but we are here to help. We've been navigating these waters for a couple of years now, a number of years now, so we can help you with your policies. We can help you set up your pre-employment and post-employment policies related to marijuana use. The most important thing is that you need to realize that many of these states also have protections for individuals and their use of marijuana, so you don't want to run afoul of those. Hope this helps. It's a very tricky situation and one that we don't see going away. And until we have some sort of a standard federal approach to marijuana use, we will continue to have to deal with this on a patchwork state-by-state basis. And that's why we are here to help. Hope this is helpful. Of course, if there's anything we can do to help you track those marijuana laws across the states, we have an HR support plan, and we're always here. Just shoot us an email or give us a call. Hope this helps, and we hope that you have a safe and productive work week. Take care.